Hello and welcome, Virgo. This will be a love reading for you guys. We will get your environmental or other person energy, your energy, the shared energy between the two of you, and a message from the universe. Clarify everything and get an overall message. Initially, I was getting that you guys seem to be, in this kind of indulgent place of moving into positivity and really seeming to be getting the things that you desire as far as your partnership. There seems to be a lot of communication um, in an emotional sense, maybe going out on dates with each other, but there does seem to be this underlying sense of anxiety about whether or not the effort and the energy that's being put in is going to take root and be something that is good for the longevity of the relationship. There could be some worry about whether or not it's kind of just surface or superficial, but we'll see if that comes out in the reading as well. Otherwise, let's get started. Cards are wanting to fight me. Interesting. The person around you seems to be very focused on their trade, their skills, their career, and balancing that out with this new connection with you or with their own self love or self interest, whether or not they are just kind of weighing out the different aspects of their life and if it is satisfactory for them. You are sitting in your own energy with the Hermit here. You seem to be moving from this internal self reflection to a very quick and positive move forward into a spontaneous, creative, more romantic sense of yourself. The energy between the two of you is seeming to be focused on what is watering the connection, what is going to be the most beneficial as far as feeding and growing, and just kind of in this patient waiting to see just how things turn out. Message from the universe. About maybe conflict or self-sabotage potentially. See when we clarify. In your most recent past, it does seem to have a lot of more negative aspects that you may have walked away from being focused and dedicated to mm, moving too quickly, making rash decisions, maybe being a little deceptive, but you're more in a sense of clearing out foundations or structures that are shaky. Let's clarify this top row here. The other person seems to be in a more strategic mindset of maybe they're trying to decide if their career or their life path, as far as what they create, is conducive to the freedoms and liberties of creating a conducive home, or whether or not they are putting in the correct work in the right ways that's not going to undermine their desire for a well-adjusted home life. They do seem to be more focused on the physical aspects of, perhaps they have a idea that they may not be able to provide the proper lifestyle either for them or for you or for both. Maybe they're trying to figure out the tweaks that they need to make in order to accomplish that. Mm. They may be making very fast decisions, and they're doing this based off of like downloads they're receiving or inspirations they're getting from maybe there's these minor adjustments they're making that is balancing out their desire for a prosperous life as well as a connection with you. Or it could be, I'm not sure, let's clarify this card here first. Yeah, I believe it does specifically have to do with you rather than their own self love or self interest. They seem to be mm, kind of stuck on an idea that they feel is what should be the picturesque life the two of you should have. Perhaps they are kind of worried that their idea and yours are different, but they are definitely trying to accommodate what it is that you desire. Maybe this is causing them to overthink a bit about what the end of life will look like or what their contribution is to their lineage. Let's see, let's clarify you now. Yeah, you definitely seem to be moving in a very positive direction, either for yourself, for the two of you, for both of you. You are making decisions to kind of push life forward in a way that will also be fortunate for you, for the both of you, but will also feed your soul in a more positive way. We have the Page of Cups here twice, so there is a highlight of, I really feel like it's spontaneity, like being creative and connecting more with either a romance sort of energy or an emotional aspect. And there seems to be this highlighting of sharing the cup that you have, pouring into yourself and your partner. Perhaps you are being a little more um, mindful of your personal energy and being more upbeat and tapping more into your softer and more playful, creative side. Clarify this Page of Cups once more. Yeah, it's definitely embracing more of a maybe more naive or childlike mindset, releasing the need for control and the need for being in the center of things, not necessarily being of that everything is about me, more ego driven, rather than releasing that and being more in touch with your childlike and more playful energy. The two of you seem to be very polarized as far as what your focus is, where this person is more concerned with what it is that will balance everything out, and it's more focused on the details and the way the cogs all go together, and you are kind of being more whimsical and going more with what makes you happy rather than controlling the aspects of the relationship, how things turn out. Let's see, what is the shared energy here? Let's clarify this. Seven of Pentacles. The Fool and the Moon. Interesting. I feel as if it's saying that in order to have this connection really take root, that you have to be willing to take more risk uh, and kind of dive headfirst into the unknown, the more hidden or shadowy aspects of life, or kind of take a risk on bringing your vulnerabilities to the surface, the things that you keep hidden in the depths. And I mean, that is a big part of trust and relationships in general, is being willing to be vulnerable and honest and say and act in the ways of what it is that you are truly feeling. Okay, what is it that the universe was trying to say here? This Five of Swords. Mm, I still feel like it might be a potential for self-sabotage as far as your communication or the way in which you connect, or maybe disconnect from the polarities within you, within each other, or within yourselves, It's almost a warning to not get so caught up in one side or the other of your being and kind of flow with your relationship with yourself, with each other, with the outside. It's also maybe don't get so mm, defensive of your emotions, or be mindful that you have triggers that still lie within you that you will have to deal with, and kind of bring a balance about so you can move past self sabotage or needing to win over the other person at any cost. Well, let's get an overall message and I'll leave it there. This could be additional clarity or advice or just a summary of your reading. Let's see. Interesting. It almost feels like there may be a need to kind of integrate more personal harmony or kind of reflect on the things that have come before in order to not be kind of skirting the underlying narrative, I want to say. Maybe there is a tendency to kind of hold on to the past too much or focus so much on it that you overlook how many opportunities that you are being presented with. We kind of overlook the fact that you uh, are being presented with an opportunity, but you are kind of turning your back on it and being a little mm, sneaky with your own conscious. Interesting. I'm not quite sure about that last message there, but if you like the reading, do give it a like. And as always, have a good day on purpose.